I'm Dave.
I'm Adam.
Welcome to the DNA Show. If you didn't notice, we didn't slide in today. Today's a serious topic. We're going to be talking about the Florida shooting. This is episode number 3. You want to take it from here to start this one off?
I want to start off first by saying my thoughts and prayers go out to all of the families. This shouldn't have happened. It's a shame that it did happen. You think, as much as it happens, we would be used to it, but we're not. You can never get used to something like this. You know, it could be anyone's family. It could be your kids. It could be neighbors' kids. It doesn't matter whose kids it could be. This should not be happening. I think steps need to be taken in order to keep things like this from happening, whether it's have armed policemen in schools or metal detectors at the front doors. Reports are saying that he was 19 years old, which age doesn't matter. It doesn't. You know better. An assault rifle was used, but I'm going to stop right there and say guns don't kill people. People kill people. People that have the gun in their hands are killing people.
It's the person behind the gun that has the power to kill somebody. I'm pro-gun. It's not the guns that kill people. It's the person behind it. If they choose to make the wrong decisions, then that's what happens. I know it's a biased opinion. I wanted to talk about the fight or flight feeling that all of us have when we're in situations like that. I believe, not 100% sure, a lot of schools tell the kids, the teachers, the schools themselves tells the kids to hide in a classroom. Well, common sense tells you that it's harder to shoot a moving target than it is a target standing still. And I don't want to label any person, any human being as a target. That's not what I'm getting at. I'm talking about the fight or flight feeling. If a child that is in that situation has the fight or flight feeling and they choose flight, they can't because they are told to stay in one room. So if they have that feeling to move, to get out of the situation, they can't. And that's when I say that it's harder to shoot something that's moving versus something that is stationary, standing still.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that could have saved or prevented lives, but in my opinion, you have a better chance of running away unless the gun is directly pointed in your face.
Point blank.
Point blank. Then that's where the fight feeling comes in, to where you would fight to get that out of your face versus flight when you know that someone down the hallway is shooting. You run away from that. That's my take on that.
It's one of those instances where you need to just trust your gut instinct. If it's telling you to run, then you need to run. Why sit there on a floor, be a sitting duck, and just have someone come up and shoot you? I don't agree with it. Like he said, if you have a gun in your face, instinct is going to tell you that, okay, well, I want to fight, but I should just do what he wants me to do if you're given that option. I've been in a couple, I wouldn't say shootings. I've never been in a school shooting, but I've had people bring a gun to my school, and there's been lockdowns and just mass panic. So I kind of know what the fear factor is when a gun's brought to the school and they got dogs coming in and searching everything, and it's overwhelming. I couldn't imagine to actually be witnessed to a shooting, especially of that caliber, that big. 17 people died, 14 hurt. Even that, from what I hear, FBI was warned 5 months prior via a YouTube channel or some social media, and nothing was done about it.
5 months prior, something should have been looked into.
Something.
At least, we don't know all the facts. We're just commenting on what we do know. If it is true that 5 months prior that someone gave a tip or a hint to it, then it should have been looked into. Maybe it was looked into and the FBI didn't see anything. It's these situations are, I don't know how to say it.
It's a slippery slope.
It is. It is. Where do you start? If you are given that tip, where do you start? And even if they did take the right steps on investigating the tip, the warning, maybe they didn't see anything there. It's until, none of us have foresight, so we can't see, what's going to happen out of a warning or a tip, unless it comes down to it happening.
But as much as this happened, you would think, okay, well, regardless if this is a hoax or not, look into it, because you could be preventing something like this from happening.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays. It's common sense would tell you, okay, well, why would this person say this for the hell of it? Even if it's a joke, they should get some sort of repercussions from it. You don't threaten to shoot a school, and you don't shoot a school. There is a GoFundMe account for the school, the Florida shooting. I'm going to leave the link in the description for it, so if you want to help them out to raise the money that they need, which I assume is probably going to go for funeral costs and probably some sort of therapy for those kids that witnessed and went through it. It will be in the description box. Again, this shouldn't be happening. As much as it does happen, we would ought to be used to it by now, but you just can't get used to something.
And see, that's the thing. We almost as a nation, are we already used to it? Because it happens every year. So now are we just waiting for the next time for it to happen? And I'm talking school shootings in general. Has it happened every year? That's where we say we haven't done all our research. We're just going off by what we remember or what we do know. It seems like it happens every year. And are we used to it? Are we just waiting for the next one? Can we prevent it? I don't think taking guns away is going to prevent it, because regardless if you take guns away or not,
there's a black market. You can always get your hands on it.
It'll happen some other way. If it's not guns, it'll be something else.
Bombs. Anything.
Exactly. Taking guns away does not solve the problem. Now, when it comes to fully autos, I don't leave fully autos to our boys and girls in the armed forces. There's really no reason that I or anyone else should own a full auto. I mean, if you go hunting with a fully auto, you're tearing a deer apart. There's no saving it. There's no saving any of that meat if you go hunting with a full auto. There's really no reason to own a full auto whatsoever, and that's a biased opinion too, because there's people that are pro gun that want full autos. I don't own one. Don't ever plan on owning a full auto.
Basically what it comes down to, and this isn't a left thing, this isn't a right thing, we're not playing politics here.
No. As
a general,
I'm not gonna sit here and play politics with anybody, whether it's right, left, middle, diagonal. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna play politics.
Yeah. This just basically boils down to we as a human race, we as a people need to do better. Life is too short to be just going off killing people for no reason because you got expelled or you got pissed off at somebody. We don't need this happening all the time because something doesn't go your way. This happens when you get a trophy for second place. You don't learn to lose. You don't learn how to take a L. You don't, you're just, it's all about me all the time. I got to win, and you don't do it one time, then you're just going to fly off the handle. We as a people need to do better. This can't be happening. We are all we got. It's
very much so.
Did you want to mention anything about the I guess you already covered that. The moving target. Which I think we should cover just a little bit more. If you're in that situation and they're telling you to stay put, like you're invisible or something, Just run. You got windows that can easily be accessed right behind you, usually in the classroom.
What it comes down to is in those situations, make your own decision. And I'm talking to the kids out there, and I'm talking to adults. Make your own decision. If you are a teacher, protect them as much as you can. If I was a teacher, I would protect them as much as I can. But I would still say make your own decision in those senses. Usually your right decision, usually your first decision is the right one. That's why I don't agree with the school saying if there is a shooting or if something tragic is happening, stay put. I'm going to run.
I know people are going to say, well, you're not in that situation. You wouldn't run. You wouldn't know how to act. True. Haven't been in that situation.
Exactly. True.
But knowing me and knowing him, how we are, we would not stay. We would go escape somehow and try to get help that way.
I don't know what I would do in that situation unless that situation comes upon me. I would like to think that if I hear shots coming from down the hall that I would run to get away. Only because I know that a moving target is harder to shoot at than one that's stationary. Mm-hmm. That's what I think personally.
I agree.
So not sorry for the seriousness. It's something that we wanted to hit on. Yeah. We'll be posting more videos. Again, bear with us. Like, subscribe, comment, pass it on.
I understand probably every other YouTuber, or at least most of them, are already talking about this, but we as a YouTube community feel, I guess you could say, obligated to raise awareness about these things. YouTube is a family, essentially. We can't make it without each other, and we can't make it without you guys. So raising awareness for things like this to help spread it, and maybe more of us can do something about it than it's already being done. Again, sorry for the seriousness, but not sorry. We will probably be shooting a show again tonight, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll probably be doing episode 4. I think we're going to talk about microtransactions.
Stay tuned.
Again, sorry.
No, it's just stay tuned. We appreciate you. We really do.
And once again, our thoughts and prayers go out to all the families.
Very much so.
So, thanks for taking the time to listen. If you stuck through this whole video, we appreciate you. We love you. We'll see you on episode 4.
That's Adam.
That's Dave.
Later.